Mike Bohn here at American Top Team with UFC lightweight Grant Dawson. And Grant, what a time for the lightweight division right now. Just you're coming off a big win. How are things right now?
Yeah, things are good. I'm a little worried about the lightweight division, to be honest with you. It seems like everybody's really tied up. I have a nagging suspicion my next fight is going to be outside the top 15, which kind of sucks. But I'm very interested to see what happens after that. So it's going to be interesting.
Is there a name that you'd be happy with outside the top 15 that brings something else besides a ranking?
Well, Faris Ziam, I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm
Ziam.
Thank you. I wasn't sure how to pronounce his name. He said in an interview that he'd fight me. I said, let's do it, let's go, and I haven't heard anything since. So that's kind of who I'm thinking. Nasrat's also up there. I think he's on a 5-fight win streak. He definitely deserves somebody in the top 15. So yeah, I was really hoping for Ignacio Baja Mundez, but that's not happening. So it's probably one of those two. But honestly, I'm probably going to get a phone call and get some guy I've never heard of and have to fight that guy. But it's fine. I told them as long as it's not Moicano and it's not Gamrot, the answer is yes.
Yeah. And activity, I'm sure you're just wanting that more than anything too, right?
Yeah, my number one goal this year was to get 3 fights in. I've got one so far, get another one shortly, and then get one at the end of the year. Hopefully break into the top 10, maybe the top 5 by the end of this year would be really great.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And just obviously we saw a huge lightweight fight this past weekend. What did you think of Paddy Pimblett's performance against Michael Chandler?
Thought he looked great. Thought he looked much improved. You know, I from day one was picking picking Paddy to beat Michael Chandler, and I didn't think he was going to do it like that. I thought that Michael Chandler was going to be winning the entire fight and then do something Michael Chandler does and find a way to lose. But no, he got his butt kicked the entire time. Paddy is definitely a force to be reckoned with. I'm interested to see who they match him up against next.
Yeah, what would you prefer to see him? What do you think would be the ideal choice for Paddy?
Charles. I think that makes the most sense. Him and Charles. He beat Chandler better than Charles did, and that's a little bit of fighter math there, but it makes sense. Really good grappler versus really good grappler. I'd love to see that, And man, Paddy's young. He's young. He's very big. He's getting better. I didn't used to think Paddy was good. I thought he was lucky, and I've changed my mind. I think he's good.
Yeah, and I'm sure you expect to see him at some point in your careers, right? You guys are probably going to occupy this top 15 for a long time.
Yeah, I would imagine so, but I've never called out Paddy. I've never asked to fight Paddy. He has no reason to fight me. He beat a guy that beat me. I beat a guy that beat him. So, but they only remember the Bobby Green one. So I totally get it. I totally understand. I'm not in this sport to beat Bobby Green. I'm in this sport to become a world champion. I don't care if I have to fight Paddy, Islam, or my mom. I'm going to become a world champion. In between doesn't really matter to me.
I think I saw you repost an Instagram story saying book Grant versus Michael Chandler next. Would that one be of interest, or do you think you would not take that fight?
I've been calling out Chandler for years. I've always thought that Chandler was undeserving of being into the top 15. He's now 2-5, I believe, in the UFC. All good guys for sure, but we're all fighting good guys, If Michael Chandler's next fight is a big name, not an up-and-comer, I think the UFC is doing a disservice.
I think that's fair. I think someone has earned their shot to fight someone like him. Who do you think's going to fight for the lightweight title next against Islam?
Man, I'm going to be completely honest with you. This is just my opinion. I don't think Islam's fighting again.
Period or at
lightweight? No, at lightweight, excuse me. I don't think he's going to fight again at lightweight. Totally could be wrong. I think they're going to do Sarukian versus Ilya for the interim. And then depending on what happens with Islam, go with that. That's just an opinion. I have no evidence to back any of that up. I haven't heard any rumors. That is just me in my bedroom at night thinking to myself, I kind of think that's what's going to happen.
And you're kind of seeing some stuff like Islam wants to wait maybe to see what happens with Bilal and Jack in a couple of weeks here. So, yeah, I think that's a pretty good theory there, Grant.
Yeah, I mean, I've been wrong before, so we'll see. Yeah, right. That's just my thing. I think it would make a lot of sense to do Ilya versus Arman for an interim belt since Islam's kind of staying out. And I don't think Justin Gaethje has earned a title shot. I know he's beat a good guy. He's beat a couple of good guys. I don't think he's earned a title shot. He beat an 11-day Fiziev, and he did great with him. But Fiziv's on a 3-fight losing streak now, I believe. I don't think you beat a guy like Fiziev on 11 days' notice in a decision fight and then say that you're fighting for the belt. So I think he should fight one more guy, and it could be a Paddy. It could be somebody up there, but I think he needs one more. I don't think he should jump the line over Sarukian.
Well, so I guess final thing, your ideal timeline, I guess, for this next fight, is it the next few months, or what are you thinking?
Tomorrow. Dude, just give me enough time to make weight. I'm ready to go. I train every day. I'm ready to get back in there. I want to be active. My inactivity has never been me. I haven't been injured. I haven't been saying no to fights. I've said no to 2 fights in my entire life, and they were both teammates. So it's not a me thing. I want to fight every month if I could. It's finding me an opponent. It's finding me the right kind of guy. Also, I'm getting paid a lot, so it's you don't want to just throw me in there against anybody. I'm sure they want to get their money's worth. I'm cool with that. I'm ready to fight. Get me in there. Just give me a name. I'm ready to go.
Give him a fight, UFC. Hopefully that happens for you soon, Grant. Appreciate the time.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right, I have a couple more things for you here.